What he has done to us today is remarkable, is marvelous, is wonderful. We are most grateful to this gentleman.
On behalf of the entire people of the Central District, we thank you very much.
I expect other elected officials, members of the State House of Representative House of Assembly and the senators to emulate him.
Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu was born 49 years ago in Argungu local government area of Kebbi State. He had his primary and secondary education at Tudunwada Primary School, Argungu, and Sultan Abubakar College, Sokoto, respectively, between 1968 and 1979. Between 1979 and 1987, he obtained the Higher National Diploma (HND) in Purchasing and Supply Management from the Kaduna Polytechnic. He later attended the Ogun State University, Agoiwoye, where he graduated with an MSc degree in transport. An accomplished public servant, Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu is the recipient of several awards in recognition of his selfless service. The recent one being the conferment of the Officer of the Order of the Niger, OON, by President Umar Musa Yar'Adua. A skilled professional, a philanthropist, and an astute legislator, Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu was sworn into office on the 5th of June 2007 as the representative of the people of Kebbi North Senatorial District.
The primary function of any parliament is to legislate laws, to come up to initiate laws that will improve the well-being of the people that they are representing. Laws that will bring in or uphold law and order in the country. Laws that will provide for security and welfare with the people that they are representing.
True to his words, Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu has devoted himself to the provision of viable laws that have the welfare of the common man at the very heart of their enactment.
Whatever we are going to do here in the Senate or National Assembly, all of us, or the senators and members of the House of Representatives, should believe we have a common objective. And this one objective is to come up, with legislations or contributions or sponsoring bills and motions. Whatever we do is get towards improving the well-being of our people, the people we are representing. Whatever we do, if it will not impact positively on the lives of our people, I think the aim is defeated.
It is this philosophy that has guided the sponsorship of bills like the Eradication of Child Destitution Bill 2008, establishment of the Prison Parole System 2008, and the establishment of the National Fisheries Commission 2009, all sponsored by Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu. During the presentation of the lead debate of these bills, Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu took time to enlighten his colleagues on the need for such laws.
The menace of child destitutes in our society has remained a disturbing problem in our major cities, with their number ever growing by the day. They are looked down as outcasts, public nuisance, and social miscreants by the society. These are children who were let out by their parents or guardians to learn Arabic and Quranic studies, which was later referred to as Al-Majri system. Mr. President, the scriptural meaning of is being misconstrued by the practitioners who, by way of omission or commission, get themselves involved. Will some of the Malams engage these kids for Islamic knowledge, empowerment, and good morals to become good citizens in their immediate society and country at large? Some do so for their selfish economic gains, which are against the tenets of the Holy Scripture and human rights. It is not a total discharge, but probation to help it integrate the convicts into the society. It will also serve as a medium for the decongestion of Nigerian prisons and a means of giving the convicts who find themselves in the prisons by accident of destiny and those who show remorse for their wayward habits a chance to turn a new lease of life in the society. The parole system will also serve as a judicial link for redress to those who suffered miscarriage of justice in our society. With this country's natural endowment of more than 923 kilometers of coastline, several rivers and tributaries, Nigeria had no business importing fish in the quantum that is presently doing. This is because for the entire artisanal coastal and inland sectors, fishing is the major source of livelihood. A total of 500,000 coastal and 1.2 million inland fishers are recorded as primary producers. For such a well-integrated industry, total employment could well be in millions. The fisheries industrial sector provides employment for millions of Nigerians in various fields, such as management, engineering, vessel operation, distribution, and marketing. However, recent statistics show that with Nigeria's population of about 140 million, we are the largest consumers of fish in Africa with a total consumption rate of 1.3 million tons, while the total net fish production has unfortunately stagnated at 450,000 tons.
Development and improving the welfare of the citizenry has always been the angle preferred by Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu. When asked at different forums what informed the sponsorship of these bills, he always gave very precise reasons with statistics where necessary in order to establish his points. On child destitution, he says it is a societal responsibility.
Child destitution is a big problem. We are all human beings, and this is a class of less privileged underage Nigerian children, women in the streets, begging, no shelter, no food. They are exposed to hunger, disease, poverty, illiteracy, and what have you. If we say all of us will continue shying away from that, we're not helping matters. We have that societal responsibility for all of us to come together and see how do we assist these children.
On the prison parole system, he says the aim is to make sure that a second chance is available, especially for the first-time offenders and those wrongfully convicted.
Look at it from various angles. If all these people are there, and they are all, incarcerated in one prison, in a single cell, with hardened criminals, there is this tendency of them to graduate, because they are sitting together, to graduate as hardened criminals. They will come out as hardened criminals. But if there's a situation where they will be released before the expiration of their term, not total discharge, but a probation, for them, to be able to get them reformed, to come out as, good citizens, so that they'll be able to equally contribute their own quota toward the development of this nation. Then why not? That's how this bill came up. We're thinking of a way that, let's see, one, to decongestion the prison, two, how to reintegrate these inmates into the society for them to be able to be, beneficial to themselves, their families, and the society.
Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida Argungu carries this level of preparedness when contributing to other debates on the floor of the Senate, be it in forms of bills, motions, or consideration of reports.
For accountability, due process, and rule of law to make any meaning in the lives of the governed, there is need to render account of stewardship for their under review. That is to say, the leaders will have a forum from time to time to take account of how the monies appropriated, in a given year were spent, so that the common man will now be fully in touch, will be aware of how budgetary provisions were utilized on how to improve the socio-economic well-being of the common man. The bill, Mr. President, the 3 bills, or 2 bills rather, seeks to protect Nigerian workers from the hazards, in our working places. Any legislation that, will mean to regulate or to put in measures that will minimize accidents of the workforce in our various working places is long overdue, Mr. President. Prevention, they said, is always better than cure. So whatever measures we are going to put in place that will prevent or will minimize the number of accidents would be a very welcome development, Mr. President. The 2009 budget proposal is very strategic. Strategic in the sense that it is aimed towards completing existing projects rather than embarking on new ones. It's also strategic because it's also aimed towards diversifying and finding other sources of revenue other than oil, which is very commendable. One important area that is missing in the budget is the area of youth employment and poverty alleviation. I think there is need to find other sources of creating jobs, for our unemployed youth, and also sources of reducing poverty, because a number of Nigerians are living below poverty line. A lot has been said on the implications of smoking, how dangerous, injurious, and poisonous smoking is. I don't want to go into that area much, but what I wanted to say here, Mr. President, is that when I went through the bill, I found that there are some extreme measures and extreme control, some extreme regulations in the bill. If these measures are passed as it is, it may likely force tobacco manufacturers to shut down their business in Nigeria. And where that is done, Mr. President, a vacuum is going to be created. A vacuum, a gap in demand and supply. And of course, where that is done, where legally regulated businesses are shut down, of course, illegal businesses will come up. The security and welfare of our people shall be the primary aim of government. That what the Constitution said in Section 14. And I believe this bill is aimed towards achieving that constitutional requirement by improving the welfare of our people, reducing also or minimizing the problem of socio-economic problems amongst our youth. There are a number of social vices among the youth of this country. I believe when one hears of social vices among the youth, one's mind or attention will be drawn towards criminally minded events among the youth, such as robbery, drug trafficking, child trafficking, and of late, hostage-taking. One of the major reasons or factors attributing to this ugly development in our society is the higher rate of unemployment among the youth of this nation, who, as of today, dominated the larger percentage of Nigerian population. It is common knowledge to all of us that we have graduates amongst our youth in millions without job. Some of these graduates are daily roaming streets in search of jobs from one corner to the other, but these jobs are not there. Hence, some end up as Kabu riders and Okada riders with its attendant consequences and hazards, while some stay back at home hopelessly and helplessly, resorting to drugs in some cases, trying to forget their pains and frustration, while others engage in a number of very unthinkable acts. Just like the saying goes, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. With this bill before us, I believe it's a challenge to demonstrate our commitment, a challenge to demonstrate our